Yeah, we're looking forward to our first round game in the ESPN event. Played Dayton and Anthony Grant, an outstanding coach. He and I have battled against each other many times before. Dayton is historically one of the best basketball programs in the country. They play in the Atlantic 10, very competitive league, and their team this year is very typical of an Anthony Grant team. They've got a lot of size, they got a lot of athletes, they got a lot of skills. They run a lot of different offenses. They play a lot of different defenses. So our guys really need to mentally prepare for this one because they're perhaps the best team we've played so far.
Questions?
Do you feel like the games you've had so far have prepared you for, like you said, Anthony Grant is a really good coach. He's always very familiar with Miami because he's from here. He pays a lot of attention to this program. Do you think you guys are ready?
Here's what I would tell you. It's very interesting. Last summer, getting ready for this season, we looked at our personnel and decided that we needed to add some things defensively. We're primarily a man-to-man team, and so we decided that we should look at pressing, what we call a quick trap or a slow trap or a zone press, and the teams that we scrimmaged and had an exhibition against, they pressed all the time. So that gave us good preparation. And the teams we've played this season so far, every one of them has pressed us, and we expect Dayton to do the same. So, yeah, we feel like all the games that we've played, both in the preseason and now during the regular season, have prepared us well for this game.
Hey, Jim. Nice to see you in person. I mean, the last couple of years, a lot of our questions have been, you only have 6 players available, you only have 7 players available. So, like, A, how nice is it to have a rotation? And B, have you settled, you sort of started one way, you sort of worked your way into a rotation. Now, like, do you feel like you've settled on a rotation, or is it still a work in progress with some of the young guys getting more minutes? Or?
Well, I think the availability of 14 different guys for practice and preparation purposes only is terrific, because now we're able to simulate. DJ Irving, my assistant coach who's in charge of the scout team, can really take time to work with them as a group. So they've been able to simulate the opponent's offenses and defenses really well. And that's allowed our starters to really, and subs, to really prepare well and understand this is what we're going to have to defend, and this is what we're going to have to attack. So that part is very good. And we started out the season with one starting lineup. We've adjusted a little bit by moving Rodney Miller into the starting lineup to get a little bigger, and I think that's been effective. But what it's also allowed us to do is develop our bench a little better, because we have some young guys on the bench that needed some playing time, and rotating them in, I think, has been slowly and effectively productive. So we started out with just Wooga subbing, and then Wooga and Bensley, and now we've got Anthony Walker, Jordan Miller, Bensley Joseph, Wooga Poplar, and Harlan Beverly, all able to come in and rest, give quality rest to our starters. So we're happy with where we are. We feel like Dangak is very much in the mix there too. So, we're in good shape in terms of depth, but those young guys really need a lot more experience. They're being tested regularly.
And I'm sure you're totally unaware that Miami's searching for a new athletic director. Do they keep you apprised of anything? Do you have any thoughts on sort of, what direction you think this will take, what you'd like to see in an athletic director?
Oh, I follow it very closely on Twitter and Instagram and in the media. Isn't that the way everybody gets their news these days? No, that's my focus is on the basketball program, on my players. We've got a very, very tough 2-week stretch, starting with Sunday's game against Florida A&M. We now have a game Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, and every one of them is a very high-level opponent.
Hi, Coach. You talk about the stretch that you guys have coming up, and specifically 3 games in 4 days. Can you just talk about the planning and prep work that's going into that on your end?
Well, one of the challenges right now is trying to figure out how much time to devote to preparation and how much time it needs to be devoted to rest. Because when you're going to play 8 games in a very short period of time, the best thing you can do is sometimes rest and not wear your players out in a practice session. So we took yesterday off. We'll practice an hour and a half today. We'll practice an hour tomorrow. And hopefully that preparation, which has been very, very good, and the guys have done things very efficiently, will be good enough to prepare us for Thursday's game. And then you have no time to prepare. You're going to play the next day. So we'll have to do most of that with mental preparation, not physical.
I have 2 questions. One, considering that you're playing at noon on Thanksgiving and you have another game Friday, do you have a Thanksgiving plan for the team? Is there going to be a dinner or anything to commemorate the holiday?
5:00, team dinner, Thanksgiving.
My other question is about Charlie Moore. Obviously, he showed that he can score and hit the 3 a lot in this last game. But he was brought in a lot for his ball distribution. That's what everyone talked about coming in. Are you satisfied so far with his ball distribution and number of assists? Would you like more?
Oh, well, assists are very, very specific in a sense that the guy you pass it to has to shoot and make the shot. We keep a statistic called near assists. I'm not sure if that's the right word. Caputo has it. What the heck's it called? No. I'm sorry. That's not the word. It's attempted assist.
Okay.
And the other day we had 37. Now, that can include a shot that doesn't go in, but you think, hey, that would have been a really good assist had the shot gone in. And second, the attempted assist is you throw it to a guy who could shoot it, but instead shot fakes, takes a dribble, and then shoots. It doesn't get called an assist even when he makes that shot, but the player made the right play. And so I think Charlie's doing a great job. He's getting the ball to the other guys. And guys like Isaiah Wong and Cam McGusty are very, very good at putting the ball on the ground and taking it to the basket off of what I would consider a near assist. That could have easily been an assist if they chose to shoot it.
Hey, Jim, you're sort of breaking in a bunch of new guys this year. I think 4 of them playing 8 or 7 or more minutes a game or something like that. So you expect some inconsistency. Early in the season, you're always going to have some inconsistency. Have you seen that sort of ironing out in your review of the film of these first few games? Do you have any concerns about some of the lapses that have happened at times in some of these games?
No, I think we're still very early in the season with, freshmen certainly learning. And when I say freshmen, you could really just put first-year guys. Charlie Moore is first year. Jordan Miller's his first year here at Miami. And then you add Bensley and Wooga. That's 4 of our top guys who've only played at Miami 4 games. So how long it's going to take them to play at the top of their game, I think you saw Charlie make a nice step forward after 3 games where he wasn't shooting the ball particularly well to now make 5 threes. And I think you see Wooga in Game 3 against Florida Atlantic score 12 points in 12 minutes. So you see their capability, and you see in the Central Florida game a guy like Bensley come in and play great defense. So they're all kind of carving out their role on the team as we go, and that's really what the non-conference is all about. The coaches learn about the players, and the players learn about how to develop their role within the system. And you got a Roland Garros, TJ? Yeah, tennis. You come to a basketball press conference with a tennis shirt.
I actually came with this, but you have the heat on in here or something.
Is it warm in here? I got it.
3 layers.
You're just jealous, Jim. I know you want it.
It's one of the few places in tennis I haven't been.
It's beautiful.
Roland Garros.
Been there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Oscar.
I was scheduled to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then COVID hit?
No. I was scheduled to go like 30 years ago.
All right, I won't ask what happened, but that's a bummer.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what did happen.
Can I ask one last thing of the ACC? I don't know how much you've had a chance to watch because you've been preparing your own team. What have you seen so far? Of course, I've been watching Duke. They look really good. What have you seen from the ACC so far?
Well, I think one of the differences in the ACC this year is how many new players. It's not just incoming freshmen that you've read about. It's transfer students who are learning their coach's new system. So you're going to see some inconsistencies in some of the teams that by the time the ACC rolls around, they'll be a much different team.
Last question from David. One thing that we've seen a lot this year is that the team's been really aggressive, going to the free throw line a lot. This year, is that something you've been talking about, making a point of emphasis in practice, or just preaching to the guys, get to the foul line?
No, it really has to do with personnel. Isaiah Wong is really good at getting to the basket and getting fouled. So is Cam McGusty. And when your two leading scorers are really attacking the rim a lot, then it sends a message kind of to everybody. That's why the assists, we had 17 assists the last time, which was great. But a lot of times those attempted assists are good passes that lead to good shots, but the shots are off the bounce. So, and those guys oftentimes get fouled. It doesn't count as an assist. But we look at it, that was really good offense.